What's going on, guys? We are back for the part 2 of this Shane Gillis special, and we're going to just jump right into it. This is going to be heading into probably one of the reasons why he became so popular was one of the jokes that's in here, so we're going to go through it right now.
Anyway, that's it. I just get online, read opinions from people. The news, other news is kind of like, this is the most divided this country has ever been. It's like with the red states and the blue states. It's like, why? Because we tweet at each other? You know we had a war, right? You know this country had a civil war? That was pretty divided. At least nowadays we're communicating with each other. Back then, those guys they got the news once a month. Some guy would come by on a horse and they were like, who's talking shit? And the guy was like, the South is talking shit. They were like, fuck that. I don't like that. Give me my gun. I'm gonna go down there. I'm gonna walk down there for a month straight. Shoot the first fucking guy I see down there. That's how much.
He's so Shane Gillis he's going into his Twitter bit, right? So he flowed into that perfectly. His transitions are amazing, and then now he's very well known for his political stuff and stuff like American history, right? So the way that he does it's so good. And one of the things he does is isn't this absurd almost? Isn't this insane? And he tells you about an insane story of our laws or whatever in America or what happened previously. And he's like, isn't that absurd? It's crazy. So now he's doing his racial kind of political stuff. And then after that, just wait for that. And this is really good. Where he gets famous is coming up soon. But this was just an incredible joke just on his own, just how he did it.
The Civil War was basically just the North just shooting racism out of the South. That's what happened. The North was like, South, fucking chill. And the South was like, no. So then a bunch of guys had to walk down there and shoot them a lot. And they were like, all right, we'll let them go. But we're not going to be nice to them for a while. Until we find out they're good at football and then roll tide.
You're starting to see what makes him so great. You're seeing the layers that he has, and now he's making characters. It's just, I'll say this probably every video I ever make. There's just so many levels to this game. Last night, I did a joke that is usually one of my go-tos and at Wise Guys, and I don't know what happened. It just didn't go my way, and I would say the reason why, in just watching this special and listening to my set, is the delivery. His delivery is just so good throughout every little thing, and that would be some of the biggest issues I have is my delivery and how I tell the joke, and there's a lot of fat, which means there's a lot of extra words. If I could tighten up the words or make it funny throughout the setup, that's something I'm trying to figure out, and that's why I watch this so much.
Hey, roll damn tide. I don't like Alabama football. I just watched this documentary on Alabama football. It's great. It's about, well, it's not. I don't know if you should say it's great, but it's about Alabama football. It's about when they desegregated their football team. So up until this point, Alabama football was just white. All right, and everybody down there was pumped on that. They would pack the stadium. Everyone would be like, look at all those whites running around, catching it. And look, I'm not knocking them too hard because I still have a little bit of that in me. You know, if a white guy catches the ball on Sunday, I'm like, oh shit, go, 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 go. They got him. They got him. It's a tough run, a smart run. Heads up run there. But no, they took it too far. And so the documentary focuses on that. It focuses on Bear Bryant. Bear Bryant, legendary head coach. He was the head coach that brought the first black players onto the team. So the whole documentary is celebrating Bear Bryant. They're like, fucking way to go, Bear. You did it. What a hero. And then you find out it was 1971. You're like, oh, well, a little late for high fives on this one, fellas. Holy shit, 71? Like we had been to the moon. There were literally people on the moon before Alabama had black guys in their secondary. Does anyone understand? There were white corners. White cornerbacks. You understand how preposterous that is? Some of you are too young to have ever even seen a white corner. They're extinct. They don't exist. There's 2 left at the San Diego Zoo, and they won't reproduce. You'll never see a white corner.
It's very Louis C.K. like, just how he explains stuff. Very smooth, and it's almost like educational. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of like if you don't know too much about American history or like some sort of like, you know, racial tensions and all that, like you might know, but like sometimes you don't know the deep inside of it. Like not only is he explaining to you what was going on back then, but he's also explaining to you in a way where it's absolutely hilarious, and his composure and just how he is and his stage presence, just unbelievable here. There's no fat, which means like extra words. It's just boom, 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 right to the point. There's no extra swears. There's no extra. It's just to the point. And that's what I realized last night. I was just swearing too much. It was like weird, really weird set I had. So to watch this and just kind of like regroup and understand, like, okay, like this is what you need to do and be smoother. Obviously, this is a different level than I'm doing, of course. It's the most popular comic probably right now, I would say, in my opinion. Top 5 at least, like for popularity. I would say maybe number 1, to be honest. But he's just incredible, and we're really getting close to one of his jokes up here is coming up. It's absolutely hilarious, and then the real reason why Shane Gillis became Shane Gillis.
But that's what happened. It wasn't like the reason they desegregated the team. That's what the documentary focuses on, which is great, because it wasn't like, oh, hey fellas, it's 1971. Maybe we should get with the times. What happened was Alabama scheduled USC, Southern Cal. Alabama was confident. They're like, oh, white boys are, we'll take on anybody. And then USC came down to Alabama with a bunch of black dudes from LA and just beat the fuck out of Alabama. And then after the game, Bear Bryant gave like a speech, and he was like, hey, y'all, come on. That was it. That's all it took. Everybody down there was like, yeah, we get it. We'll be less racist if it means we can win.
Watch this bit. Watch how he compares that bit that he just did to this. It's the same like realm where the bit is, the joke, but his comparison here. This is right up the alley of Patrice O'Neal. This is just exactly what one of, I would say, his bread and butter, Patrice O'Neal, would be like, da-da-da-da-da, this is this way, but could you imagine it if they did this? Or like that. I think Patrice has a joke where he says, men working with women is like a bear working with salmon dipped in honey. It's like the comparison. So that's basically what he's going to do here, but it's like more of a comparison of his joke. Just watch.
What? That's what it is. Like as big as racism is in America, football. That's true. That's true. Look, there's a Disney movie, Remember the Titans, dedicated to what I just told you. The whole point of that, dude, that was one high school football season. Remember the Titans was like, it was 8 weeks. You know, that whole town went from like centuries of like, don't let them in our school, to just like, oh shit, the high school team's 4-0. Those are my brothers.
Just killing, dude. He's just absolutely killing. You can see the belly overlaps. You see people. I've had a couple of these moments where I have it on video. Maybe I'll post it. You'll see a lady bending over and laughing, and that's like everything for you as a comic when you're young, like getting those moments. Because right now I'm about 4 years in. It'll be 4 years in like 2 days, right? And at this stage, I would say I'm 50-50. On an actual comedy show, I'm 50-50 right now. I don't know if it's going to go good or bad. It's who knows? You know what I mean? And a lot of it comes down to me and my preparation. I can, when these guys do their specials, generally speaking, they do it Friday, Saturday. They do it twice a day. They wear the same clothes, and then they cut up the clips. I don't know if that's what they did here, but generally speaking, that's how they do it, and they get the best of it. But no matter what, wouldn't matter if they did one take or anything. I know that he would get these laughs no matter what he does. Like, seeing him live, which I haven't, but a lot of my Austin friends have, they tell me just how unbelievable he is. He's so good, and he was doing this in New York, wherever he goes. I mean, when he started, he was basically good. Some people just are like that. Like, they just have that ability. But right now in my career or whatever, I don't know if it's really a career, but like, at the end of the day, technically speaking, it's a hobby. That's all I'm doing. And seeing him getting belly over laughs, and maybe I'll put a clip here where I got a belly over laugh, like, that's just everything. And it keeps you going, especially when I had a rough set last night. And, I would say the Lewis Belt show I had where I did during Thanksgiving was brutal. But before that, I was on a heater, 30 shows in a row. Just did great. And then, this happens. So, it's just nice. I just remember seeing somebody have a belly over laugh, and it was like, oh, dude, all right, here we go. We're getting them. It's the greatest feeling of all time.
All right, I'll get off the topic. The point I'm trying to make.
Here we go. This is the part where he's like, well, here's this part of the joke, that football trumps everything. Now there's this comparison. This is so good. Here we go.
The point I'm trying to make is if you want to get rights in America, you just got to put together a good football team. You know what I mean? Like, if the transgenders got together and put together just a fucking hard-nosed, run-it-down-your-throat ball club. If the trans are just 3 yards in a cloud of dust of transgenders. If the trans community could just somehow upset Alabama. Everybody down there tomorrow would be like, those are some tough bitches, actually.
Just like, bro, I'm clapping. It's just, there's times in stand-up where you're like, I never want to hear anyone else do a joke. I never want to hear anybody else than him, and probably Dave Chappelle, do a trans joke. That was just so well executed, where he had you go in one way, this way, this way, this way, and then he hits you with this comparison with transgenders and like how black people got rights, really because, like, not really, but like they were saying, like, basically black people, the South started being nicer to them because there was when LSU, or not LSU, what was it, USC came down and beat up Alabama football. Then Alabama started recruiting black athletes. And that's just kind of how America was back then. You know what I mean? Like, in some cases till this day. But sometimes some things bring people together, which is football. And it's like, well, if football brought together black people and white people for a little bit of time, I wonder what, I guarantee you if transgender people were, had a football team in the South, they would accept them. And if they were good, they would accept them 100%. And it's just like, boom, like, it's just hilarious, man. It's hilarious. It's so well structured. It's so well done. I never want to hear anyone else do another joke other than Dave like that. You know what I mean? So let's get into this next part.
All right, we got out of that.
I guarantee when he was first doing this joke, it probably just didn't hit right away. But did you see how he said, and he doubled down on the transgender part. He's like, if they just, it was like a hard-nosed football team, a run it down your throat football club, 3 yards in a cloud of transgender dust, or whatever he said. It's just like, he probably just kept doubling down and doubling down and doubling down. Probably was in New York and he did like 5 sets in one night. And when you can do 5 sets in one night, it's like, boom, you can really just work that bit out instead of doing it, waiting an entire week to work a bit out. You can do in 2 nights, you could do 10 shows or 10 mics or whatever. And then boom, your stuff is going to be pretty tight and you're going to have it down. Now, the differences out here is like maybe we get 2 to 3 shows a night sometimes on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And then Thursday's like one, Friday's one, and then every other Saturday we have a show, and then Sunday's one. So like the comedy scene here kind of dies off, but that doesn't make any excuses, right? But I'll tell you this, just from my experiences of going to New York City, it was an amazing feeling to do 3 to 4 shows or mics and then do a show after that. I was on point and loose and ready to go, and my nerves were gone. So, if I was able to do a set before I go up to Wise Guys, I feel like, in my opinion, I would be able to have a better set. But when you are doing stand-up or when you are on a road, you don't have that luxury anyway. So you got to get used to it either way, and there's no goddamn excuses, period. But let's get it going here and go to the next part.
There's some rough patches in there. That's all right. Well, this won't go great either. You know how like every show and movie now is like a remake of something? They just remake an old thing and just make it like more progressive and just put it out. Like they remade Ocean's 11 like a heist movie with like all gorgeous women. That movie should have been 10 minutes long. They literally should have got to the casino and just blown the security guards. They'd be like, oh, here's the keys to the safe. Take everything. I love you. You guys, you crazy bitches. I love you bitches. That's it. That's all they make. They either make that or they make slavery movies every year. Those are for no one. I have black friends. I was like, dude, you guys like these? They're like, no, we thought these were for you. It's like, no. We all hate those. Stop making them. It's uncomfortable. Civil rights movie.
Why that joke is so cool, is so good, right there. That slavery joke of movies is because like you're probably, if you're black or white, just trying to figure out like who are these movies for? Like, because I don't really like this, or like maybe I don't mind it, but like it's at the end, I don't know who this movie's for. So it's like probably in your head you're like thinking, right? And then these are, let's be honest, it's a white audience, right? And probably not that many black people there, but these white audience members probably have seen some slavery movies and they're like, I don't know who this is for. So they're probably relating and they're like, oh, okay. And he's got them, you know what I mean? Like he's got them by the neck. He can do whatever he wants. It's just art, dude. It's like magic, bro. It's literally hypnotism. That's what it really is at the end of the day. I hypnotized you into whatever you want, whatever I want. I could do whatever I want on this stage. He's literally Moses spreading the Red Sea. It's incredible. So you don't see this too often with comics, I would say, where they do a bit and then they don't do a callback on the bit that they're retouching again. So he did like a couple transgender jokes, like 3 of them technically, and this time there's no callback or anything. That's how good he is that he can talk about it again in a total different subject and still be able to get people to laugh on it. That's hard. I don't think you understand how difficult that is. That's because you're giving me the same apple, but like or you're giving me the same fruit, but this one's like maybe it's just not as good as the other fruit, but it's still really delicious. In this case, he's giving me the same fruit, but he's also giving me some whipped cream on the side too, which is really the craziest thing I've ever said on this channel. But like, you get what I'm saying is like, it's, you generally don't see somebody talk about like a certain spot of a certain subject without doing a callback or anything like that. You know what I mean? And he's technically have done it twice in this special, maybe 3 times. And it's like you got to be very good at what you do to be able to do that. A lot of young comics, especially myself, I run to different premises within 5 minutes because I know this one's going to work and I don't want to stay in here and work this premise out because I don't want to bomb. So like for him to see that, it's like, wow, okay, this is really, really good. Usually you get tired of the same fruit, not with him, because he's on another level.
Has enough time passed that can we admit
this is it? All right, this is what we've been waiting for. This is where Shane Gillis is and becomes Shane Gillis.
That Trump was funny? Can we finally admit that he was funny? Well, hold on. I don't like the tone of that. That's not what I'm going for here. Yeah. The great leader. No. He was funny. Now, whether or not that's a great quality for the commander-in-chief, that's definitely up for debate. But he was funny. I saw it. And I lived in New York, so the whole time he was in office, I would be like, something would happen, I'd show my friends, I'd be like, look at that. They'd be like, what? All right, it's funny. Like, there's nothing funny about Donald Trump. I don't know. During Hurricane Dorian, he was like, maybe we should nuke it. Like, that was a real suggestion from the president. The president said that. The president of the United States. He was like, hey, we got a big storm coming. You guys want me to blow it up? I was like, no, what the fuck are you talking about? I don't know. I fuck around, dude. That's what I do. I don't know. Now that he's gone, I'll never watch a debate ever again.
Here we go. Here we go. This is it. This is what we've been waiting for. And man, I've watched this special literally 100 times, and this is the greatest. This is why he became him. Well, let's go. Let's do it. I'm excited.
Can you imagine like just a regular debate now? After we witnessed the GOAT. Undefeated in debates. And he never said a fact. You know how impressive that is? He was funny and he argued like a 5th grader. He was unstoppable. People would try to hit him with statistics and facts. He would just go, wrong. Like, holy fuck, dude. How was no one prepared for this? Go back and watch those debates. You forget how electric that shit was. Don't tell your friends in Austin. They'll be mad. Just get a 6-pack, toss on a Trump highlight video on YouTube. It's a good night, dude. I went back. I watched his first debate. That's like my favorite one. At the time, Trump was polling at like less than 1%. Like no one liked him. If you guys like him now, you didn't back then. And I know that because I watched my dad. My dad at the time, he would like, anytime Trump even came on TV, my dad would be like, get this fucking joker. Get him off the fucking screen. And then now my dad's like, fucking guys can't go to the Capitol? He's like, guys can't have fun anymore? He's like, and it was because of the debates. That's what did it, dude. That's how we got Trump, these debates. And the first one is the best one. So it's a Republican primary. Everyone's up on stage, and they're all still doing their political shit. So like the first couple guys that talk are like, I'm from Kentucky, and I love education. And the crowd's like, nice. We didn't know what was coming. And then the next guy's like, I'm from Georgia, and I love religion. The crowd's like, pretty good. This is a good one. This is a heated debate. And then it finally got to Trump's turn to talk, and he was just like, Rand Paul is ugly? And the whole crowd was like, oh! We didn't know you could do that in this. You can just do that as your thing? And Rand Paul was like, all right, everybody, settle down. We're trying to have a debate here. And the whole crowd was like, shut the fuck up, Rand Paul. Ugly bitch. And we just kept throwing dorks up on stage to make them debate Trump. It was not fair. It was mean for us to have done that to people. These guys were in politics their whole lives. And they just had to debate a fucking maniac up there who didn't give a fuck, dude. And I hate to, it was fun to cheer for him in the debates. It was fun to cheer for him in the debates because he was going up against guys that had been in politics for like 40 years. And then he showed up to the event like, oh, fuck it, what are we talking about? Like, it was like, he had no clue. Every week he had no fucking idea. There's one debate he's like in the middle of it going back and forth about the economy with Ted Cruz. They're literally talking about the economy, and in the middle of it he's just like, Ted's wife, ugly as a dog. Like, dude. Holy shit, dude. And Ted was like, I'm from Texas. You don't talk about a man's family like that. You've got a dog wife, Ted. It was like,
you see what I'm talking about? It's his impersonation of Trump and how he does it. It's just so natural for him, and it's an incredible way. The way that he's doing it is just incredible. It's insane. It's insane, but it still goes on. Keep watching. We're almost at the part where I'm like, this is it. This is what did it for him. But this is basically a part of that. But this is where the finishing touch.
Everyone knows. Yeah, and a week later, Ted Cruz was on TV like, I support Donald J. It's like, you pussy. I will say this. The one thing that sucked about Trump losing for me, was because I just figured out kind of how to do his voice. Which that's kind of a bummer it's not hard to do Trump. All you have to do just do that. Do that a second off from where it should be in the sentence. And then you don't have to sound like him. All you have to do is like get his cadence down. It's very easy. All you have to do is like describe something and then say you described it that way. That's it. It's every time. Like, what a big room this is. I walked in here, I said, wow, what a big room. That's it. Every time. Austin. A lot of homeless. I walked in here, I said, wow, that's a lot of homeless. You guys got a lot of homeless. What are you guys doing about it? Whatever you guys are doing is not working. So switch. I don't know what to do either. But do something. A lot of tents. Why? It's been making me laugh thinking about Trump, like, not understanding why people are homeless. I walked out, I saw him, I said, why? Living in tents, I could never, these guys. But I will say this about Trump. I don't want you guys to I don't want to turn this into a rally. I don't want you to... I will say this, and don't freak out. Just listen. I think it's fair to say that of all the presidents we've had, I think it's fair to say that Trump would have been the funniest one to see get shot. You know? Yeah, dude, the Patriots got fired up on that, dude. I was having fun at this show. No, look, I didn't even say it would be funny. I said funniest. It's a huge difference. Technically, there's a funniest of everything. There is. It doesn't make it funny, but there is, like, think of the worst thing you could think of. There's a funniest one. I'll go first. I'll think of one. School shooting. None of those are funny. Zero funny. But maybe there was one where, like, the horse girl in the class, like, could sense something was coming. You know what I mean? And they were like, what's wrong? And she was like, Like, you know? But back to what I was saying about, if you had, what I said was true. If you had to rank them from least funny to funniest assassination, easy number one. For real, he'd be talking shit like when it happened. He'd be doing like a rally. He'd be like, my opponent's gay. I walked in, I saw him. I said, wow, this guy's gay. The shooter would be coming out. I'd be like, sit down. You're gay. You're gay. Get hit. He'd definitely make a funny noise into the, like he'd get hit, be like, ah, and fall. He'd fall funny. I will say I did write that joke before Biden could be added to the rankings. I don't think he would be the funniest, but the only reason Biden might be the funniest is because I think Biden's the first president you could punch assassinate. You know what I mean? Just walk right through the metal detectors and be like, Mr. President, what the fuck are you doing, dude? It's a body shot. I'd add that joke. My dad. So you can't be talking about killing presidents? I was like, what about Biden? He's like, yeah. My dad's, he's a...
So there's just so much to unpack here, but like that whole bit where it started from, with the Trump bit, where it started with the debates and everything like that, to where it ended. I mean, this joke, this entire bit right here it's like one of one. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to hear anybody else ever do this bit, like anything about Trump. I don't want to hear anybody do any Trump impressions. The way that he did this, it was masterful. It was on another level. He was doing the debate, talking about the debate and everything like that, and then he actually talks about how you do his voice, the Trump voice, and he teaches you how to do it. And it's hilarious how he's teaching you, and he's going through the cadence and everything, and just using it. It's like you don't generally. There's always a comic that comes right in who has jokes that are generational, that are change the game. You never want to hear anyone else do it. This is one of them, right? Same thing with Cat Williams and talking about the insurgents in Iraq, right? You got the Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart had a couple of them. Or like Dave Chappelle, right? So Dave Chappelle had the kicker and the pussy joke, the crack baby on the side. The one that I would say with the Kevin Hart one, say it with your chest, little ass, that one. Or the checking in the savings account. Or he has the other one too, where he's got the gun joke. He's like, yeah, I got a gun. I forgot how it goes. It's hilarious. That one's super. That was really funny. But like, I mean, man, Dave Chappelle has so many as well. I mean, but these are moments in time where a comedian hits a level of stand-up that is just on another level from everybody else. And this is exactly what happened, and this is exactly why he has over 50 million views on this YouTube special. Do you understand? That's 50 million. There might be one comic out there right now on YouTube, Ali Sadiq. He probably has over 50 million on YouTube, but he has also dropped like 5 to 8 specials. He probably has like 80 to 100 million, I would say. I think his videos, some of them got like 15 to 20 million. Obviously, we're going to do a review of him too. He's one of my favorites as well. Unbelievable. But this is what made Shane Gillis. And the special gets it keeps going. It's amazing. So with that being said, guys, I just absolutely love this guy. And as a young comic, just trying to figure this thing out and just trying to hold my own out there and maybe one day try to be undeniable. It takes a long time. He's been doing stand-up for over 10 years. I've been doing it, 4 years. I don't know what's going to happen. All I know is that you won't know if you stop. So this gives me great motivation. And after a rough set the other night, like, I really try to watch stand-up, listen to my sets, and try to figure out, like, how can I do what they're doing? It's so difficult, but in my way. But it's so difficult, and that's part of the game, and that's part of the puzzle. So either way, this was just a fantastic special. Just one of the best ones that I've ever seen. Top 5, top 10 probably for sure. But other than that, guys, we'll finish up the part 3 later on. Thank you for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.